4-inch pickpocket. And we got a 7-inch bat. We got a pit bull. A little bag full of carbon. And we're gonna paint some carbon. Just start with some sandpaper. I've got some 150 grit, ultra flexible, fold roll shaped 3M stuff. It's, you know, it comes in these sheets. Here's some 150. Here's also a 220. I probably won't even use the 220. I really like the 150. And then I got a bucket of water. You do not want to do this outside of water unless you're doing it right next to a vacuum or something like that, but I like the water method. So you're just gonna take each of your parts. I got mostly arms here. This is a banger arm, BQE. And you basically just rough up the surface wherever you're gonna paint. You can even build your frame first and then rough up the parts that are showing, and then just leave the ones that are overlapping or internal smooth, because you're not gonna paint, you're not gonna see those anyway. So you pretty much just go in the water and rough up all the sides. You just take your arm, your sandpaper, and submerge them both in the water, and just start sanding. You will see black carbon start to come off on your sandpaper. So this is my spray station. I've already gone ahead and, as you can see, done the primer on these parts down here, and I have to prime one side of these arms up here. Today I am using Krylon appliance epoxy. This is my second favorite primer for carbon fiber. It makes a very glossy enamel-like finish. Bonds to the carbon very well. You can't scratch it. 2 coats of the epoxy primer. My favorite is an automotive 2-part silicone epoxy primer, which binds to carbon even better. But this is the roughed up surface, no primer, and then 1 coat of primer. See how glossy it is, like an appliance. Alright, so we're going to do another coat on these. Check out these guys down below, make sure they're all good, maybe spray any corners or edges that we didn't get yesterday. Now we're going to move on to color. It's all looking pretty good right now. Glossy, smooth, hard shell on all of my pieces, which is what I'm looking for. And next we're going to start throwing some paint on there. I am using, as always, Montana Black, the water-based graffiti paint. There's also a gold version, which is oil-based. I prefer the water. Alright, here we go. We got 1 layer of color on these parts. This one we're going to do some funky colors with, so I'm not doing a whole base coat. Let's do a couple stripes of pink on that one so far. So yeah, painting continues. Alright, this is the second coat of color. Not much to show here. Just went over all the colors once more. Did 1 more stripe on this guy. Alright, we've got 2 coats of color after a couple coats of primer on here, and we're just inspecting. Everything looks pretty good. There's a couple happy mistakes, but that's what painting is all about. I'm going to go ahead and put some clear coat on it. Alright, so here's a few finished pieces. Here's a couple of frames that need to be built still, but freshly painted. And just like a bunch of my fleet already done. Alright, yeah, so that about wraps it up. I had fun making this video. Like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you do something differently to painting your quads. I want to know. Shout out to everybody who got me into this. Shout out to Bobby Harmon at Quad Mods. But yeah, here are some examples of some other painted drones, like stills. Here, and here, and here. A lot of them are pretty dirty at this point, and yeah, these examples are better. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Stay tuned for more content.
Politically. Hey, I'm Bot Grinder. You've been watching Matty Blunts.